Hello and welcome back to TopsWeb. In this video we're going to discuss general settings for WordPress sites. General settings is the place you want to head to as soon as you've installed your WordPress site. To get there, click on Settings in the navigational menu and you should see the header up here, General Settings. To begin, we'll start with the site title. This can be anything that you choose. This will show up at the top of the site to show you the front of the site here. As you can see here, this is the title of the site that shows up at the top of the page. It will also show up in the title bar of the window in most browsers. Next is the tagline. What you put in here will go right below the title in smaller font. There is variation in how this will be displayed depending on which theme you use. This is the default theme for WordPress 3.32, I think, and so this is much how that lays out. So we have the WordPress address URL. In this instance, we're locating the WordPress site on our local computer. However, normally this is going to be done on a host, so you'll have a domain pointed to a web folder, let's say. So you would just type in the domain here, http://www.topsweb.com, for instance. This address and this address, people have a lot of confusion. The next one being the site address URL. So I want to clear it up as best I can here. This address will be the domain, and if you're putting it within a folder, let's say, it will be the location of the index.php file. Okay, if you're not using this as your home page, then you're going to want to put the location of the index.php file. Under most circumstances, this will be just root, so you don't have to type in any folders here. It would just be something like that with topsweb.com. This address, however, oftentimes will be the same on a normal install. However, there's situations where you may want to put, not clutter up, let's say, the folder structure within your host. I've kind of put a quick example together to show you. So let's say, for instance, under normal circumstances, this is what the root of your website would have. However, if you're running more than one website, let's say you don't want website 1, website 2, and all these things intermingled. So what you'd want to do is take index.php out of this folder, move it to root, and then edit it. So what you want to do is come in here and edit the locations of this file right here so that it points to the header. So then you can have your index file anywhere within your folder structure that you want. You just have to call it out within the index file. So in this case we have it, the header file is in here, so we would want to make WordPress_site. And this right here would point it within to the folder WordPress site, and then pull up the blog header to load the rest of the page. That kicks off the rest of the row. So hopefully that explains a little bit. I know that's rather confusing. It's only for special setups. Otherwise, this and this will be identical, and it will be the root domain of the site. So email address is next. Of course, this will be the email address at which the admin will receive emails on. Under membership, we can check or uncheck whether anyone can register and what their default role will be. Most circumstances, you're going to keep this as subscriber, which means somebody that can read the content but not change anything. Time zones. Since, as you can see, you can choose your country or UTC code. You can choose the date format, how it will be displayed on the site. There's various ways. Australia, for instance, I believe uses this format. England. The time format, how you want the time to be displayed. Typically you'll see this more in the comments and author when it was published. And when the week starts, Monday or Sunday. And then you hit Save Changes. And that completes general settings.